let's go and talk about everything that's going on out here today in the quilting studio. Have myself a delightful panel right here that Joanne brought over. It's a pretty good sized panel with this beautiful snow horse on the front of it. Everything is soft, everything is sepia tone, and then she's got a variety of borders coming out like this and some interesting diagonal sashing over on the sides. Nice framing, really brings out the horse in the center right there, just the face of the horse. You're a horse lover, this one's going to be for you. So unique, so interesting. I really love it. We have a couple things to talk about here. The design I'm putting on it is my JAPONICA, which is nice and fluffy. It has that feel of horses running, of clouds billowing in the outside air, of the breath coming out of the horse. Well, it's nice and crisp in the snow. So that's kind of the JAPONICA, kind of the feel of it right here. I'm doing it in the medium gray color of thread. We did audition a couple of colors of thread, but ultimately this one seemed like the best. She brought over a gorgeous minky right here. Now, minky has a correct way for the nap to flow. So when you bring a minky over, I'm going to feel it and know which way I need to load the quilt. When I go down like this, ooh la la, she feel good. When I go like this, ay, 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 it's like petting that cat backward. We don't want to do that, no way. So we want to go the correct way. So that's the way the backing runs, that's the way the nap is, that's also the way the front's running. So it's directional front, it's directional back. Technically, JAPONICA has kind of a direction to it as well. Normally, the quilt would be run the other way and everything would be flowing horizontal, but I can't do that in this case. And that's because the top of this minky up here is where the selvage is, and I really have to run it there. This quilt is 57 inches long, and the minky is only 60 inches long. So Joanne had to take the backing home and put a leader on the top and the bottom so that I have something to grab. I'll show you right down here. This light piece is a piece of muslin that she has attached to it. That way I can use every bit of this minky in the quilt itself. There's a piece of that muslin that she had stitched onto the front. So I started the panel, the quilt, right at the very top of that minky. I don't want to lose any of it because I really do need 3 inches all the way around. I'm not going to get 3 inches all the way around when I have to put part of the backing into my red snapper. So that way she attached a leader. Please do that if your backing isn't even 3 inches longer. That way I can use the entire amount of this minky. Because of that, the quilt had to run this direction, and that caused the JAPONICA to be sideways. She said she didn't care. It looks great. I think it looks amazing. I completely agree with her. Everything's wonderful with it. I ran a JAPONICA just recently and did it with a lot smaller stitch of it, but this one she wanted nice and wide. She wanted just enough to be able to hold everything together. I'm doing an 8.5 inch design on this one, where the other one was small. It was only about 4 inches. So you can choose. Sometimes some people want it big and sometimes they want it small. So I can cater to that. It's nice that I have that feedback from my client to be able to realize what they want. I'll show you this when it all gets done. When you have something you need quilted, have it quilted right over here at the quilting studio.